This conference will now be recorded.
So we are like trading in markets, and most of us trade on the basis of the breakout. And when we trade on the basis of the breakout, several times these breakout fails. I am talking about breakout trading today, and breakout trading is only dependent upon price action. Basically, I don't use indicators in my trading strategies. So today also I will be using any indicators, and I will be talking about only breakouts. So there are three things what you have to look for in a breakout system. First of all, when we are talking about breakout, there are three things what you have to look for. The first thing is candle size, second is candle wick and tail, and third is volume. These are the three things what you have to look for whenever you are like going for a breakout trading, or you are looking for any breakout. These are the three things what you have to look for. I have shared three images here. First image have no wick or no tail. Hope you all are aware about wick and tail. If you are not, if you are seeing this first image, if you are seeing this first image, this is known as wick, and this wick is on the upper side. It means someone has sold this in this candle. Someone has sold from the upper area. So this is like this is upper wick, and when you will be seeing the third image, if you will see this is the lower wick, or we can say in another language we can say this is tail. So if there is a tail formation, we can say that someone has bought from the lower area. Now wick is like one of the most important thing for price action trading. Without wick you will be uh, able to understand this price action. In the case of this one, if you are seeing this candle, there is no wick on upper side, there is no wick on a downside advance. So there is no wick and there is no tail. So what we can understand that this wick is happening because someone has sold from the upper area, and this wick is happening because someone has bought from the lower areas. So that's why there is a wick formation which is happening here. And in this case, uh, brutal buying happened. In the case of this candle, a brutal buying happened because there is a like a upper wick, neither there is a lower wick. Although we in a technical analysis we call it different thing, marubojo we generally call it. So but we are not talking about candlestick pattern, we are talking about breakouts. So as of now you have to understand three things. So the three things are like wick, tail, and what is the candle size. Now suppose if I will draw a candle with a size of this one, and if I will draw a candle with a size of this one, and both the candle are suppose red candles. So when you will be comparing the force, that with what force the breakout or breakdown has happened, when these type of candle are getting formed, then we will say that the force of the selling is on a with a higher side. And when this type of candle is getting formed, we will say that although the force is there, but if you will compare these two, this is one of the most preferable thing what we have to do. So whenever we are looking for a breakout trades, candle size should be on a bigger, like the size of the candle should be bigger. It should not be a small candle. So this is the very first thing what you have to understand. Second point is wick and tail. So now if you are looking for wick and tail, suppose if you are looking for a breakout, and after this breakout, suppose this is a horizontal resistance. Those who don't know resistance and support, like I will be sharing some image, but please try to understand. I hope that you all are aware about resistance and support. So suppose there is a resistance, and this resistance is getting broken, and then afterwards this wick is getting formed. Either the size of the candle is big, but after the breaking out of this resistance area, if there is a wick on the upper side, what we can say that even the breakout has happened, it is difficult that stock is going to move on a upside. Why I am saying this? Because there is a wick on a upper side. So whenever there will be a wick on a upper side, even though that candle has broken the resistance, we have to look for that the wick is there or not. If there is a very small wick, suppose the length of the wick is very small, then we can say that it is okay. Generally, when a breakout is getting traded, whenever a breakout is getting traded, or whenever a breakout will happen, for what we have to look for is that what is the size of the candle and where is the wick formation. If the candle is getting closed on a higher side, if the candle is getting closed on a higher side, I am not talking about any time frame, Shailesh here. Time frame is not at all important. Patterns are generally important. So whenever a candle is getting closed on a upside, on a higher side, and there is a lesser wick, then we can say that that breakout can work out. So this is the second point what you have to look for. Now suppose if the breakout is happening, if the breakout is happening and the breakout formation is happening like this, this is the resistance. I'm using mouse, so please cooperate with my handwriting. So this is the resistance, and then this candle is getting formed, and you have got a wick on a downside. It means the candle length is also on a higher size, and at the lower area also there is a wick. It means the force of the candle is also high, buying has also happened, and the resistance is also getting broken. So in this scenario, what we can say that this breakout might work. Now again, I am telling you one more thing. There is no strategy which is perfect in this market. No strategy will give you 100% of return. No strategy is holy grail strategy. Market is all about, trading is all about probabilities. And if you are getting a probability of 60 to 70%, that is more than enough. And anyone who is claiming a accuracy of 100%, he is telling you a lie. So now let's talk about this breakout trading on few charts so that it will be easy for you to understand. So this is one of the chart which I had shared earlier on the Telegram group. I had shared this chart. Now don't see these three lines. What is there, like blue line, red line, and black line is there. So ignore those lines. Focus on the length of the candle. Focus on this area, this candle. Okay, so the last candle you have to focus on. So now if you will see, if you are seeing this, what is happening in this chart, at this candle, if you will see, wick is on a lower side, wick is on a lower side, and volume is also higher. Volume is also higher comparative to the recent volumes. These are the recent volumes, and wick is on a lower side. It means that someone has bought it with a greater force, and stock has like moved on a upside in this candle. Afterwards, if you will see, there was a continuous up move. There was a continuous up move which was happening here. Okay, now if you will focus on one more candle, you will get more clarity. I am just talking about price action, nothing else. So if you will see this candle, this red candle I am talking about, okay, there is a red color candle, and if you will see, the volume is also higher. I will share the Nuvendra, I will share the Telegram group. So this is one of the candle which has a volume on a higher side, but if you will compare this volume to this volume, you will see that this volume is on a higher note. So the volume of this candle is higher comparative to volume of this candle. It means even though the candle color is red, the participation bears tried to move this stock down, but the participation didn't happen, and the volume was not great enough so that it could push it down. So now let's move forward and see what is happening in this chart. If you will see this chart very minutely, this was the low, then all those lows which are in formation, every lows is forming on a higher side. So if you know about trend, we talk about trend, and that is if a stock is making a higher low and higher high, we consider that a stock is in a up move. Okay, so suppose like we are talking about price action here. So if you will see, stock is continuously making higher lows, it means a stock trend is on a upside. Now this line, this horizontal line was acting as a resistance earlier. Whenever this horizontal line came, what happened? Stock moved on a downside. This this so 3 times. Now whenever we draw a resistance or support, we generally talk about 3 touch points, minimum 3 touch points. If there are 3 touch points, then we say that that is the valid resistance. So this is one of the valid resistance. But see here what happened. I just talked about the candle size. See the last candle, the candle size is also big, and the volume is also very high. If you will see, the volume was also very high. So generally a smart player has bought it in this candle, and a retail trader will trade this after this candle, because retail waits for the confirmation, because we wait for the confirmation that is it going to break out or not. So this is one of the breakout what I am talking about. So this chart is one of the breakout. Now let's see some another charts. I will be going a bit faster. So if you don't understand, please drop the messages. I will take it later. So video is going on, Ram sir, so please check at your end. I am already sharing a screen, nobody else is getting any issues. So now see this chart also. There is 1 touch point, there is 2 touch point, there is 3 touch points. So this is one of the valid resistance what we can say. Now if you will see the volume, what was the volume here? Volume was almost dry. But what happened in this candle? Candle size is bigger, very big candle size, also with a high volume. The volume is also very high. So this is one of the breakout what we will be looking for. So I am talking about breakout now, and then we will be moving forward to how breakout fails. Now let's talk about the third chart. Okay, so this is one of the chart. Again, 3 touch points, 1 touch point, 2 touch point, 3 touch point. See the volume, what is happening? Volume is on a lower side, volume is very less. But what happened in this candle? Candle size is very big, closed above the resistance. Please check at your end, Ram sir, or re-log in once. It will be fine. I am sharing the screen, it will be fine. So now see this. This is the big candle. Then again, volume is on a higher side. So whenever these things are happening, we say that this is the breakout which is going to happen, and we can trade this breakout. Now talking about breakout, I have shared one image a few days back. I am sharing again in here as well. So whenever we are looking for a breakout, there are two kind of cases. So now if you will see, if you are seeing these two cases, what is happening here, that stock is moving in a particular range. Now if we will compare these two cases, the case 1 and case 2, case 2 is far more better than case 1. Why this is far more better? Because in the case of case 2, what is happening, that stock has started consolidating near to its resistance. near to its resistance. So whenever the stock has started consolidating near to its resistance, there are high chances that this stock is going to move on a upside and the breakout is going to sustain. So whenever you are looking for a breakout trades, always see that the consolidation is happening where? What is happening with the stock? If the consolidation is happening near to the resistance area, after a particular move, there is a move which is happening and then it is consolidating near this resistance area, then there are high chances that market is going to move on a upside and the breakout is going to sustain. In the case of case 1, what is happening, that stock is moving in a range, this is support and this is resistance, it is moving in a range, and then this breakout is happening. So I am not telling you that like this stock is uh, not going to perform, but if you are a trader and you want to filter your trading strategy on the basis of the breakouts, always look for these kind of setups. Yes, there are different charts. I am not talking about charts, Akash, here. There are different charts. I am talking about the logic what we have to look for. So what you have to look for is whenever there is a consolidation which is happening near to the resistance, whenever there is consolidation which is happening to the resistance, then the breakout is going to work beautifully and comparative to the different cases. So this is one of the reason. Now generally what I generally prefer the pullback trades. Now if you know about pullback, that is okay. If you don't know, that is also okay. So the thing is, generally I have taken one image here. Now see this, the breakout has happened. After this breakout, stock moved on upside and then again it moved down to the resistance level. So generally when we are looking for a trades, we will be talking about buying near to the resistance level again, rather buying here after the breakout. It's better to buy after the pullback. This is the pullback what we are talking about. So pullback trading is quite better what I guess, and generally I use in my trading. Generally I use pullback trades. Now if you are like trading mid cap stocks or a small cap stocks, there are several circumstances that what will happen, that this mid cap and a small cap will rally after making a breakout. So in mid cap and a small cap, what you can do, that you can test some size. Like suppose if you want to draw if you want to make 100 shares, if you want to trade 100 shares, you can take 10-20 shares here and then wait that this stock is going to move on upside or it is going to fall on a pullback again. So in mid cap or small cap cases, what you can do, that you can take a trade based upon the test size, or 10-20 shares, or 10-20% quantity, what I can say. So and then afterwards when it is getting pullback and then it is getting a support near to the resistance, so prior resistance level when it is no weak, again I am telling you, if you have to judge that this stock is going to pull back or it is going to move on a upside only, again the volume logic and again the logic of the candle size will appear there. I have already shared that. What you have to understand, that if you are trading mid caps, what you have to do, you can take test size here after the breakout and then you can wait that if this stock comes back to this resistance level, then you can buy the larger quantity here. So generally pullbacks are more defensive comparative to the direct breakout trading, and don't jump only after the breakout. Generally what we do, that we jump directly whenever the breakout happens, we directly jump into the market and we look for like making a bigger money. So the better way to take breakouts is that whenever the breakout happens, wait for the pullback. Now if the pullback is not happening, there will be different opportunities which will be coming into the market. So don't don't think of yourself as FOMO means fear of missing out. So suppose if you are missing some trades, that is okay. The first priority of a trader is to manage his or her risk and then make money. So most important thing is of managing the risk, and then second thing is to how to make money and how to move forward. Because generally what happens, retail traders comes in the market and generally the lifespan of a retail trader is maximum to 3 to 6 months. So what you have to look for, that you have to miss few trades. You have to miss more trades rather than uh, you have to miss more trades rather than taking trades. So if you will be applying these things in the market, it will be more better to go for it. Second point is, someone is talking about, Vinod is talking about SL. Stop loss is one of the most important thing. Now suppose in this image I have just drawn the line chart, so the stop loss will be below this support. But when we are doing a live market trading, what we have to look for, that where the stock has consolidated. This is the line chart, so this line chart will be like the closing prices only. But when you will be seeing it on a candlestick chart, there will be some price around this area or around this area. There will be some consolidation which will be there. So if the consolidation is there, just place the stop loss below that consolidation level. That will be one of the good thing. Regarding trading strategy, we will be continuing the session, so we will be talking about this stop loss and trading strategy, and that will be covered by the current side. So we will be talking about that as well. So as of now, what I am telling you, that you have to miss few trades. If you will be missing few trades, then it is not good trading. Because if you are jumping on every stocks, on every breakout, if you are jumping to the market, it is very difficult. uh, it is very difficult that you will be making money from this market. Target will be decided, you have to look left. When you are looking for a target, you have to look left, and whatever is the resistance, prior resistance, that will be your target. Whatever is the prior resistance, that will be the target. Okay, so we will be talking about that, but I am not talking about breakouts today. I am just sharing what is the meaning of this breakouts. Generally we will be discussing more about more on fake breakouts. Okay, so these are the basic things about breakout. Now let's talk about two more points. I will be discussing two more points, and then we will be moving forward to the breakout trading strategies, or fake out trading strategy rather. So whenever we draw a resistance, generally a retail trader or one of those people, those who are very new to the market, generally what they do, they will be drawing the resistance everywhere. So one of the logic I had told you, that there should be minimum 3 touch points, maximum can be anything. Then this resistance can be drawn by two ways. One way is of horizontal resistance, another way is of trend line resistance. Now if you have noticed or not, all the three images what I had shared, all these have horizontal resistance. If you have noticed or not, I don't know, I'm just repeating it again. All these are horizontal resistance. If you will see, I have drawn a horizontal resistance, I have not drawn a single trend line resistance. Okay, this is also horizontal resistance, this is also horizontal resistance. So whenever we are looking for a breakout trades, horizontal resistance are more trustworthy than trend line resistance. Now let me show you some example with the trend line resistance. These are some recent examples, if you will see. So these are some recent example. I have purposefully hidden this chart name and stock name. I am just showing you that what is trend line and how people generally trade. Now if you will see this, what you can see, that this trend line is a sloping trend line, what we call. Okay, now I will not talk about trend lines today, because drawing trend line is also an individual topic. So I will be talking about drawing trend lines, because this is a trend line. We can say this is a trend line, but generally a, a trend line should not be drawn joining the highs only. a, a beautiful trend line is only when we are joining the lows. So trend line means this, we are just joining the highs and just marking the resistance. So this is merely a drawing, but generally you must have seen these things. Most of us generally draw these sloping trend lines and all. So we can say that this is the trend line, and trend line is a different topic, I'm not talking about that. So if we are seeing any chart with a sloping trend line and that is getting breaking out, always avoid a breakout trade. Okay, now if you will see here, the volume is also high. This is bar chart I have taken, this is not a candlestick chart. So if you will see here, the volume is high, but this is a sloping trend line. So whenever there will be a sloping trend line and the stiffness of the trend line will be high, whenever the stiffness of a trend line will be high, the chances of the breakout of failure is higher. Okay, so whenever there is a stiffness, now this is not a holy grail, please don't understand that if I am saying this no trend line breakout will work. There are several circumstances that trend line breakout can work as well.
सर इसका
So
थोड़ा हिंदी में
if
बता सकते हैं?
yeah, okay, I will repeat it, Vivek.
नहीं,
मैं
थोड़ा
ये
हिंदी
कह
में.
रहा हूं कि जब भी हम ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे तो ट्रेंड लाइन एक सेपरेट टॉपिक है. हमें फोकस ये करना है कि जब हम ट्रेंड लाइन के ऊपर अगर हम कोई ट्रेड ले रहे हैं तो ट्रेंड लाइन अगर स्टिफनेस ज्यादा है, स्टिफनेस मतलब कि अगर मैं 2-3 ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ करूं, कोई ट्रेंड लाइन ऐसा है, कोई ट्रेंड लाइन ऐसा है, कोई ट्रेंड लाइन बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट है. हॉरिजेंटल लाइन इज आल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ ट्रेंड लाइन. सो जो हॉरिजेंटल ट्रेंड लाइन होगा उस पे अगर ब्रेकआउट हो रहा है, हायर वॉल्यूम है, ब्रेकआउट हो रहा है और कैंडल का साइज भी बड़ा है, वॉल्यूम भी हाई है, उस पे अगर ब्रेकआउट हो रहा है तो इसको कंसीडर ज्यादा करेंगे. स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड लाइंस को हम कंसीडर नहीं करेंगे. I have just repeated it because someone asked Yajib, so that's why I will be continuing in English. So whenever we are like drawing a trend line, what you have to understand that जब हम ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे तो आपको ये समझना होगा कि जब हम ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं तो वो स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड लाइन है या नहीं है. अगर उसमें स्टिफनेस ज्यादा होगी, अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा फॉल कर रहा होगा, फॉलिंग ट्रेंड लाइन होगा, उसके बेसिस पे ब्रेकआउट पे ट्रेड नहीं लेना है, क्योंकि कई बार ऐसे ब्रेकआउट फेल हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, अब ऐसा नहीं सोचना है
मतलब
कि अगर मैंने
स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड लाइन पे,
दिस इज
स्लोपिंग
द
ट्रेंड लाइन पे थोड़ा,
स्लोपिंग,
हाँ हाँ, ओके ओके ओके,
दिस
उस
इज द
पे थोड़ा
स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड
ब्रेकआउट,
लाइन.
हाँ, ब्रेकआउट फेल्स के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं.
ब्रेकआउट फेल के चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं वहां. So
ओके
if
ओके
there is a sloping trend line, there are more chances that breakout is going to fail. So
ओके
if you
ओके.
can avoid taking trades on the basis of the sloping trend lines, I will show you 2-3 more images. Let me show you the second image. This is the second image. This is the second image. Now see what is happening. This is again a sloping trend line. अब breakout यहाँ हुआ, there is a breakout which has happened. Now see the problem with this breakout. What is the problem with this breakout is, if you will see the volume bars, this volume is higher, this volume is higher, second volume is also higher, third volume is also very high. At the time of this breakout, the volume is on a lower side comparative to these three. Okay, so when we are comparing these three volumes, what is happening? The candle which has given a breakout has a lesser volume and it is giving you a breakout. Now for merely drawing, if we are only drawing the charts, what we have to understand that you can draw this chart, and if you are doing trading, I would say please don't take trade based upon this. So charting is easy, but trading those charts is difficult. Practical trading is difficult, and if you are doing only charting, if you are only drawing charts, that is easy. But if you are implementing those things on the live market, it is difficult. So please remember this. So whenever there is a sloping trend line, try to avoid the breakout. So the problem with the breakout, hope you understand what is the problem with the breakout. प्रॉब्लम क्या है इस ब्रेकआउट के साथ? वॉल्यूम जो है वो क्या है, कम है कंपेरेटिव ये 2-3 वॉल्यूम से. जो रीसेंट वॉल्यूम है, ये जो 3 आपको दिख रहे हैं यहाँ, ये जो रीसेंट वॉल्यूम है, इस रीसेंट वॉल्यूम से जो ब्रेकआउट वाला कैंडल है उसका ब्रेकआउट का वॉल्यूम कम है. तो ऐसे चांसेस हैं कि ये वाला जो ब्रेकआउट है वो,
हेलो सर, जैसे कि पिछला ब्रेकआउट देखना है हमें, वॉल्यूम का कंपैरिजन करना है, तो कम से कम 10 या 12 कैंडल पे कर सकते हैं अपन कंपैरिजन टू करंट वैल्यू.
now it will depend upon your
टाइम फ्रेम.
strategy, that what kind of strategy you are using.
ओके, वन डे कैंडल, वन डे कैंडल, वॉल्यूम कैंडल.
It will depend upon your strategy, but generally I would say focus on horizontal lines.
Only,
And trade on the basis of the horizontal lines only. Sloping trend line पे trade नहीं लेना है. You don't have to take trades on the basis of the trend lines. Okay. Now it might happen that after the trend line breakout some stocks will move up. So please don't understand that this is the holy grail what I am sharing you, but these are the things what I have to address it. So that's why I have addressed all those things. Now let's see the third chart. This is again the third chart. Now if you will see, if there is a breakout, if you are seeing this, there is a breakout. Okay, if you are seeing this, there is a breakout, but see the volume, what is the volume? The volume on a higher side? No, the volume is not on a higher side, and this is a sloping trend line. So there are high chances that this is a sloping trend line. Volume is also not supporting. Please wait. So there are high chances that this volume is also not supporting, and this is a sloping trend line, and the stock is moving on upside. So there are high chances that this stock is going to it can be a kind of failed breakout. Okay, so you don't have to take trades on the basis of sloping trend lines. Focus on volume, candle size, candle wick as well. I have shown few charts as well, and now I will be taking the questions.
This conference will now be recorded.
Nile, the recording has started. Okay, I just put a voice, and it's a reversal strategy, as I have already discussed to you. Look for price which is away from 200 EMA. What we need to look at the chart is whenever the price is away from the 200 exponential moving average, that would be a point for us to take a trade. I'll tell you how. We just need two reversal candlestick patterns to take a trade, that is engulfing candle and a pin bar candle. I will talk about this later. So this is an engulfing pattern. Okay, look what happens. The first candle which is completely under the second candle, that is a engulfing candle. Okay, this is a bearish engulfing candle, this is a bullish engulfing candle. I hope you guys are aware of this. The second candlestick pattern, that is a hammer, that is a pin bar. Okay, it clearly shows a rejection on a resistance and a support.
Excuse me sir, बाजू में ना बहुत डिस्टरबेंस आ रहा है, आप जरा सभी को म्यूट कर देंगे क्या? सभी पार्टिसिपेंट को म्यूट कर दीजिए. थैंक यू सर.
ओके सर. ओके. Nile, are you there?
It's done. Please continue.
Okay. So we just need two reversal candlestick pattern for this strategy. Okay. So here, what a chart is going to look like. Okay. Here, the black line is all about. This is black line. This is a 200 exponential moving average. This blue line is a price. Okay. So I have taken a number on this screen. So first of all, we would look at a number 1 here. What is this? It is a gap. First of all, there should be a gap between the exponential moving average and a price. Here is a huge gap because we are talking about a reversal strategy. So the larger the gap, more profitable the trade would be. Okay. So first point to look at is at a gap between exponential moving average and a price. The second is we should have a previous resistance level. Okay. For example, price has come here, made a higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low. Now this is a previous level. This should be there in the chart. 200 EMA. Okay. And there is a third point. Here we will be looking for a reversal candle. Okay, just 3 points. First point is there should be a gap between an exponential moving average and a price. Second, there should. Sorry sir, you are not audible. So the second point is there should be a previous resistance, and the third point is there should be a reversal candlestick pattern. Those two candlestick pattern which I have discussed with you a few minutes back. Okay, a pin bar reversal and a engulfing candle. Now here the same example is for a downtrend. What first point is look at is a gap between exponential moving average and a price. Larger the gap, better the setup. Okay, and the second point is in an uptrend we were looking for a resistance. Here we are looking for a support, previous support level here. And the third point is fake out. Here we will get a reversal candle. When this point will break and immediately come back and closes under this line, that will be called a fake breakout. That would be our setup to look at. Okay, are these two trends clear to all of you? So that I shall proceed further. Please type in the message, huh? No, it is not a divergence. I have told you earlier that it is totally based on price action, price patterns, no indicator, just 200 exponential moving average. Keep your chart as clean as possible. Keep your strategy so simple so that once you get a 2 or 3 consecutive losing trades, your analysis should not be disturbed. Okay, so now I am continuing. Here is the first chart. This is SDFC chart. So this strategy is on a daily chart. You will get a few number of trades. Okay, not like an intraday trade. So you do not need to do nothing. Just before sleeping, open your laptop, open your share list, look at the patterns which I am talking about. Okay, so what we are seeing here, first point is this is a 200 exponential moving average. Okay, red line. What we are seeing a good gap between the prices. Okay, one line we are seeing here. For example, let me explain you this on here. Look at this. This is a moving average. When the prices are away, like somewhere here, here is a huge gap. What we are playing here is double top or double bottom. We need a previous level. Here is a previous level. Once this is broken, like here, and the price comes back and close under this, this is our setup to play. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the chart. Yeah, usually people start buying when the price moved above 200 exponential moving average. You are right. Again, I'm talking about that it is a reversal strategy. People start buying when the price comes near to 200 exponential moving average, not when the price is far away from exponential moving average. For example, in this stage, in this chart, here, people start buying when the price is near exponential moving average. For example, here, people will start buying here, people will start buying here, not when the price is far away, like here, like here. Okay, are you guys clear with it? When people are buying near 200 exponential moving average, that is a trend following strategy. When I'm talking about when the prices are far away, there is a huge gap between the exponential moving average and the price, because this moving average works, you know, like a magnet. Whenever the prices move away from the moving average, it will come to touch it, or not touching, it will at least come near to close, like here, near to exponential moving average, like here. I'm not talking about that it will always come and touch the exponential moving average. So now I am moving further. What we have seen, first point is we need a good gap. Here we have a good gap. Then we are talking about that we need a previous level. Here we have a previous level. Second point, we need a fake out. Here we have a fake out. What happened here? Prices broke this, came back, closed under this. Okay, this is our setup. We'll be taking entry below this. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah, you will get many setups on a daily chart. Okay. Now again on the same chart, again we are getting a setup. Here
It's
is a
for
huge
short
gap.
sale. हेलो,
Sorry.
यहाँ पे शॉर्ट सेल करना है क्या?
Yes, short sell karna hai. Whenever the price is above moving average, we are looking for a double top. Okay, like this, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Whenever the price is below exponential moving average, we will be looking for a buy. Is that clear to all of you?
So, are you taking the entry on day 3?
Once a candle which gives a breakout, and the next candle or the same candles comes under the resistance level and close under it, that would be our entry trigger. Okay,
And
it could be
for
the same day candle.
and the resistance of
Okay.
breakout is simply last two bottom, two top or double bottom or double top, huh? Okay.
Yes,
Not
double
so
top and
long,
double.
not so long.
No, nothing else. No. What is here? What we usually guys do whenever the price. So please mute your mics, huh? Kindly type your queries in the chat. I'll be answering that through voice. Okay. Please mute your mic so that you all would be easily able to understand this. Please type yes if you get this. Okay, so basically, how do we used to play double top and double bottom patterns? For example, here is a one top, price went back here. This is a neckline, okay, which we used to play on a breakout basis. Okay, we used to play like this. Once it gets a fade, it immediately goes up. So I am not playing on a conventional method. What I am teaching you is whenever the price is reaching to the prior top, we'll try to sell right here. If it fails, wait for the candle to close. Okay, so that we could get our stop loss above this. And
डबल बॉटम पे सर सेल करना है कैंडलस्टिक फॉर्मेशन देख के.
डबल टॉप पर आपको सेल करना है, डबल बॉटम पर आपको बाय करना है सर.
सॉरी डबल टॉप पे अपने को कैंडलस्टिक फॉर्मेशन देख के इसमें
सेल करना है.
एनालिसिस वगैरह सर, वैल्यूम एनालिसिस
कुछ नहीं करना है. तो मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में पॉइंट बताए थे, सिर्फ वही है. एक मूविंग एवरेज, दो कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न से जो आपको देखने हैं.
अच्छा सर, इसकी मूविंग एवरेज का क्या फायदा? सिर्फ इसमें गैप ढूंढनी है.
हाँ, यस, गैप, दैट वुड बी आवर फर्स्ट पॉइंट. यस.
अच्छा, इसमें ये मस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है कि
please type your queries, do not interrupt in between, so that I will not distract from what I am trying to tell you. Okay, so type your query. On a double top we'll be selling, note this. Okay, take a copy or a pen, you can note this. So right here, what we usually used to do, am I audible to all of you? Okay, so what we usually used to do, we used to wait for a break. Okay, we used to wait for a breakout near here. Okay, somewhere our stop loss right here or somewhere like here. So through this we are getting a good stop loss right above this level. That if we get a breakout, then the risk reward is very good, because for this SL, for this small range SL, we are getting this much of target if we get a breakout. But if we don't get a breakout and the price fails to give a breakout on a double top, we are at least able to capture 1:1.2, 1:1.5, or 1:2. So that's why this strategy is very good. Your risk reward ratio is, a very high on this trade. So we get a first pattern here. The second pattern we are getting right here. Okay, we have seen a first of all the gap. First point to look at.
सर एक क्यूरियोसिटी, जैसे बुलिश एंगल प्रिंट बना है, बेरिश एंगल प्रिंट बना है ऊपर, और वैसे सर स्टॉक।
अरे भाई आपको समझ में नहीं आता है क्या? डोंट अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ यार, टाइप करो ना बस।
सर प्लीज आप अपनी क्वेरी टाइप कर दीजिए। I will try to answer all the questions.
विवेक, we will take your question. पेशेंस रखिए, थोड़ा समय दीजिए, कंप्लीट हो जाने दीजिए, फिर आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस लेंगे। ऐसा नहीं है कि आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस नहीं लेंगे, एक बार कंप्लीट हो जाने दीजिए, फिर हम सारे क्वेश्चंस लेंगे आपके, विवेक, ठीक है? थोड़ा पेशेंस रखिए सर।
In this the sell would be below the low of the candle. Okay, candle has closed under this, the low of this, that would be a entry point. Above this, that would be a SL point. If price will try to come near to this neckline, if we get a breakout, we'll get a good risk reward ratio. If we do not get a breakout and price hold near this, then at least we'll be able to capture 1:1.5 or 1:2 risk reward ratio. Okay, same here. The same pattern, previous level, prices broke out, came back. This level would be a sell level. Prices came here, broken the neckline and came back. So we can exit right here, or we can wait for a full this. So every time our target will not get hit, we have to look at the price actions. For example, here we are getting a red candle, a red candle, a red candle, and then immediately a green candle. That indicates that the breakout has failed. So we'll be booking somewhere near here. Okay, we need a bullish or bearish, we need a one reversal candle. For example, here, what is this? This is a bearish engulfing candle. What is this? This is not a totally bearish engulfing, so you can wait for this candle to be broken. So this is one or two candlestick pattern. What is the point? That we need a price to come close under the resistance level. That is the main point to look at. Price should not close above this. Okay, so I'm taking the next chart. Here is a buying setups. गैप कितना होना चाहिए 200 EMA से? जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना प्रीफरेबल होगा। जितना आपका पैटर्न क्लियर होगा, गैप क्लियर होगा, उस ट्रेड में जाइए। अगर नहीं क्लियर है तो कोई जरूरत नहीं है ट्रेड लेने की। अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस। So please use daily chart, as I have discussed you earlier, daily chart, because these setups are good on an intraday basis. But first try to take a 5 to 10 trades on a daily chart. Then once you get a habitual to this pattern, try to capture it on an hourly chart or a 4-hourly chart. Do not use 15-minute chart or a 30-minute chart. Shorter the time frame, more the noise is, more the false setup are there. Okay, so do not try to get into that thing that stock market is get rich quick kind of thing. Okay, so stick to a bigger time frame. Once you get experience in that, try to shorter your time frame. For example, start trading with a daily time frame, then come to a 4-hour time frame, then 2 hour, then 1 hour. Okay, this is the thing which all traders should do, rather than just jump onto a intraday chart. And I will tell you why not to trade on an intraday basis. I'll tell you that. You may all have noticed that whenever the market opens, we get a first 15-minute big candle. Okay, we get a first 15-minute opening candle like this. After that, market try to break this, come back, break this, market goes up, came back. So no point of doing trading on an intraday basis. Okay, what will happen when there will be a 3 o'clock in the market will make a big candle when everyone will be closing their positions which have taken early at the beginning of a trading session. So we get two big major moves right when the market opens and right after when the market closes. Okay, so this is the point we should avoid intraday trading. Work on a bigger time frame, try to capture bigger moves. Do not, in smaller time frame you will get trapped so many times and it will irritate you, you will get frustrated, you will start hating trading, you will start hate trading. No point of that. Okay, no shortlist stock, just take a 200 nifty 200, put a 200 exponential moving average, start screening your chart, try to look at this pattern which I'm talking about. You get it. If you get this in the early morning when the market opens, get your trade with a stop loss and hold it until or unless you get a reversal candle or a failed breakout. So here we are seeing first of all we are seeing here is a good gap. Okay, the gap is big. First point to look at, we need a previous level. Here we have a previous level. Yes, you can use it future or option also. Okay, so we get a gap but price did not came here, false. Here we get a previous level, price came here and you can see here we got this. What one is a doji and the second is an engulfing candle. So this is a fake breakout. You can take your entry right here. This would be your stop loss, this would be your stop loss, this would be your entry point. Here would be your breakout. So here it fails, you have to close your position right here and still you have captured 1:1 or 1:2. I'm not saying that every trade is going to be a profitable. Sometimes you will get executed and the price will broke this. Okay, but this is a right thing to do in a trading. Okay, what should be your idea while trading is that you should try to capture or try to see a small risk trades on a chart. This is a small risk trade on a chart. If you will be taking trade right after the neckline broken, your risk would be too much. For this, if your stop loss is right here, this is your range. For capturing 1:1, this would be your 1:1. If you get failed, your analysis will end up like a futile. So do not do that. Try to find a low risk strategies. That is the ultimate goal of a trader, and that is the only way you will get a profitable at the end of a trading day or a month or a quarter, whatever you maintain your tracks. Okay, again, what is happening here? A good gap. Price is made a previous level. Here we got a breakout which has failed and closed under this. We have taken entry R right. We have taken our entry right here. Here we got a breakout, very good breakout. Look at the risk reward. This is a risk. How much is the reward? This much. So there does not matter if this strategy gives you a 50% accuracy. Still good. Why? Because we have a good risk reward ratio. Okay. First condition is 200 exponential moving average. Second condition is you need a point so that you could be able to see a fake out. This is a point, support level previous. First point is this, second is support level, third is a fake out, fourth is a reversal candle. I will tell you this. I have this step by step trade recap on a last page. Okay, do not get worried, I'll give you the notes. Okay, just try to understand this concept, what I am talking about. Am I clear you? Okay, good. So here is a third chart, same thing. Kindly mute your mic, please. So here is the SBI chart, daily chart again. What do we need to look at? We need to look at the gap. Here is a gap. First point to look at. Okay. What is the second point? We need a previous level. Here we got a previous level. Third point, we need a fake out. Price went up. For example, this is a 100 price level. Okay. We got a breakout. For example, we got a 101 and the price falls. Here we get a bullish engulfing candle. Here would be our trade. So what you need to look at now, why I have taken this? I have taken this chart purposefully. Okay. If I would be trading this setup, I will not take this trade. Can anyone tell me why? This is the major difference between a professional and a retailer. They try to jump on every setup. I will not take this trade. Can anyone tell me why I will not take this trade? Even though the pattern is good, the pattern is meeting all the criteria which I have discussed. Still, I am not taking the trade.
So it is not widen. It is only single candle.
It is. No, it's not like that. It can be a single candle or a 2-day reversal candle. Does not matter. Good try, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyone else?
Risk reward is not favorable.
Yes, that is the point. Very good, sir. Why I'm not taking this trade is that this is a very big candle. If I take entry from here, I will get my SL here. Look at the range. This is a very big range. For capturing 1:1, it should be at least drop like here, like this much for capturing 1:1. What if it fails? I will get hit my stop loss. So always look at risk reward ratio. The smaller the candle, the smaller our stop loss range is. For example, this is our entry point and this is our stop loss. This is one condition. This is our entry point and this is our stop loss. Look at the range. Here for capturing 1:1, we just need this much move. So after that, we can revise our stop loss at a cost and try to capture the trend with a trailing stop loss. And for here, we need at least this much of move for capturing 1:1. For every 1,000 trade to earning 1,000, we have to capture this much bigger move. So that is the point. Always try to look at the risk reward ratios. If it is favorable, go for a trade. If it is not, even after meeting all the criteria which I have discussed, the gap, the previous support or resistance level, a fake out and a reversal candle, look at your risk reward ratio. Your risk should be very minimum, very low. Okay, so do not get addicted to the market. Do not get addicted to the trades. This is the major difference between a professional and a retail trader. They try to catch every move. They try to catch every setup. Okay, without paying attention on risk reward ratio. So this is the reason.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yes, sir, please.
Earlier in the slide, you told that pinpoint or hammer is required to be used. So it is
Yes.
not mentioned here.
Where?
So okay,
Where,
so it
sir?
is not mentioned so far.
Sir, that is the criteria. If that get fills, that is a good thing for us. If that is not, what we basically need a strong reversal. Okay, for example, here is a bearish engulfing candle. Out of 10 charts, in 8 or 7 charts you will get a clear reversal candle like a pin bar or an engulfing candle. In 2 or 3 charts you will not get that candle. You have to, you know, once you get experience with this setup, you will get to know what to look for. So again, I am repeating this: do not directly jump into the market to trade this setup. Take at least 5 to 6 paper trade. Even after taking a trade, look for a, you know, look at the movement of the price. How is it moving? Is it moving as I expected? For example, here, for example, we have taken a trade. It is moving in our direction. Still good. Take a trade. Okay. For example, another chart. If the trade is not going as you have planned, exit it right there. Okay. Do not wait. Do not let your emotions come into the market. That is a very hard game, I know, but once you start practicing it, it will not a hard thing anymore. Okay. For example, here we have not got a, in this chart we have not got a pin bar or, you know, the engulfing candle. So once you start practicing this pattern, you will get habitual to it. You will
overall
get
idea
more
is
experience
rejection.
in it. Yes, rejection is the overall idea, but for a beginner, okay, as you guys will start trading for the first time, we need a close under this rejection, which is still favorable, like in a pin, like at a pin bar, like as a pin bar. Okay, bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing is the same thing, no major difference. For example, it is a bullish candle, green candle. It is a green candle. Okay, right after it we have a red candle, which has closed right near here. So it is still a pin bar. How? What is happening? Price went up, came back, closed here. So again, kya hua? Price went up, came back, closed here. So this is also a pin bar. Okay. So do not get confused in this type of thing. Try to look for a reversal, like a rejection, a good wick, a good pattern. Then only take a trade. So I hope you guys are clear with this strategy.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So that means
Yes,
in
sir,
the second top,
Yes.
we have to go to check either the hammer pattern or engulfing pattern, right? So
Yes.
in the upper side, above moving average, then we have to go with the bearish engulfing pattern. And if we are in the
Yes.
we are below to the to 200 EMA, then we have to check for the bullish engulfing pattern, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. If you do not get a pattern like bullish engulfing or something like that, look for a solid wick rejection. For example, in this chart, you can see a lot of wicks. This is also a price rejection. Buyers or sellers are not ready to pay at this level. Look at the rejections level. Once you once you will take 5 to 10 trades, you will get to know what you need to look at. But the criteria must be filled. Your risk reward, the most and most important point, your risk reward should be in your favor. Your risk, your stop loss and the entry range, the range between stop loss and the entry price should not be big, because if it is big, you will have to capture, for capturing 1:1 you have to capture a big move. So that's why avoid those type of setups. And there is nothing holy grail. You will, for example, you have taken first trade, you get a loss in this. Second trade, you get a loss. Third trade, you get a loss. Now do not lose your confidence. Practice it. Stop trading, start paper trading it, until or unless you get a good hand on this strategy, good practice on this strategy. This is a strategy in which you can take a losses 4 to 5 times consecutively, and even after that 1 or 2 trades will take you on a break-even level. Okay, so a quick recap here. First, please note this down. Okay, as you were asking for a note and you are getting confused. between the points, the criteria. This is the criteria. A quick recap. First is there should be a gap. Second point is there should be a previous support or a resistance level. Third is there should be a fake breakout. Fourth is there should be a rejection candle. Okay. If you are guys getting confused with the reversal candle, there should be a rejection candle. And the fifth point is the most important point. Practice this strategy until or unless you get your hand on this. Forget about the winning ratio. Even if I talk about that, the winning rate, I have never calculated that. But this is a strategy which will not let you lose money at the end of the trading session or a trading days. That I can assure you. Because I am personally using this strategy. It's a very good. Why? Because a risk reward ratio is actually very good. Accuracy does not matter.
So this can work for both intraday and for short-term trading.
Again, sir, start with a first start practicing on a daily chart. Take at least 10-20 trades on a daily chart. Once you get your hand on that, try to come on a 4-hour chart, then on a 1-hour chart. You can also do it on a 15-minute chart. Again, why people are tempted to trade on an intraday basis? Okay, I was also an intraday trader 4 to 5 years back. I have stopped trading intraday. Why? Let me clear it to you. Okay, you all may have noticed that whenever the market open, we get a big 15-minute opening candle. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. After that, you will see that market will start consolidating, moving here and there. You will get a one big candle when the market is about to close. When all the traders, intraday traders, are going to close their position at the end of the day, because it is the liability on them. They have to exit the trade. Okay. You will notice that market moves on a cycle. What cycle I am talking about? Small candle followed by large candle followed by small candle. I have taken a webinar earlier. I have discussed this thing and a trend following strategy. For example, here you have seen a big move. Here we have a big move. Okay, here we have a big move. After that, we have this congestion area. Not a big move, sloppy moves. Getting it? So this is the thing. Look for a large candle followed by small candles. So this is all for the today. Stop intraday trading. Try to get your hands on a daily chart, weekly chart.
एक डाउट था
Then come on to a intraday trade.
मेरा एक डाउट था, मैं पूछ रहा था कि जो सपोर्ट हमने टाइम फ्रेम सेलेक्ट कर ली डेली, ठीक है, ये जो सपोर्ट और रेजिस्टेंस है ये कितना हमें देखना है? हमें पिछले 6 महीने में देखो, 1 साल या 5-10 साल, क्योंकि ये अलग अलग हो जाता है ना.
कुछ नहीं देखना सर, हमको सिर्फ डबल टॉप और डबल बॉटम. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज अ प्रीवियस रेजिस्टेंस. ओके, प्राइस केम टू रेजिस्टेंस एंड फेक आउट. गेटिंग इट? इट गिव्स अ फेक ब्रेकआउट. दैट इज योर पॉइंट टू लुक.
अच्छा, मेरा एक डाउट हो रहा है, जो ये हमें करना है ये वाला मेथड, ये सिर्फ निफ्टी 50 के हाई लिक्विड स्टॉक में करना है या ये मिड कैप में भी कर सकते हैं, अच्छे मिड कैप वगैरह में भी?
सर किसी में भी कर सकते हो.